We are on top of developing news in South Carolina this morning, where one person is dead and several others are recovering after a school bus crash on Interstate 77.
WCNC Charlotte's Richard Devane is live in Chester County this morning. Now, Richard, we don't know the age of the person who died in this crash, but we do know there were about 35 students on board at the time.
Yeah, we can tell you that of those 35, at least 21 of those were taken to the hospital, and some students from other buses were also taken on to the hospital. Let's take a look at some video on this terrible crash that happened on 77 southbound as they were actually coming back from a field trip in the Charlotte area. Highway officials are telling us that basically the crash occurred when the bus returning from a field trip into the Charlotte area actually blew a tire, veering off the road and hit a guardrail. Then it flipped over, overturning. The bus was one of three that was traveling southbound on I-77. It was carrying 35 students and 3 adults on board. All were from Pine Ridge Middle School. That's in Lexington, Lexington, South Carolina. South Carolina Highway Patrol confirmed the fatality, though the victim's identity has not been released as of yet. Chester County Emergency Management reported that 21 students from the overturned bus were taken to area hospitals. Dozens more from the other 2 school buses were also taken to the hospitals for evaluations.
Kids out everywhere, their classmates, with blood on them, and some of them, were visibly shaken up, and then even on this other buses, they were shaken up as well.
Yeah, we also heard from one of the students who was on another bus who said that some of the students walked over to his bus and told him what happened. We can tell you that a lot of folks were sending their well wishes, including the governor. He said he and his wife, Peggy, were wishing the folks who were involved in this, the students and their families, their best, praying for them. A lot of folks, sending out a lot of well wishes. Of course, the investigation continues into this crash. On this, especially today, was supposed to be the last day before their spring break. We're right here in Chester. This is Richard Devane. We'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Richard. Certainly some tense moments there for those who were on the bus at the time, and then their classmates who actually witnessed it and saw what happened there. I know you'll keep us up to date on that investigation. Thank you. Megan?
Yeah, and one concern we're hearing from many parents is the lack of seatbelts on buses, but are they required in the Carolinas? We wanted to verify that for you this morning. In both North and South Carolina, large buses do not have to have seatbelts. However, there are some exemptions for smaller buses in North Carolina. Officials say school buses are among the safest vehicles on the road because of a passenger safety system called compartmentalization. It's the padding on bus seats that are designed to protect students in a crash. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says it's not safe to add belts to old buses, so districts would have to buy new ones. That could cost tens of thousands of dollars. Now, back in 2021, South Carolina lawmakers considered a bill requiring seatbelts on school buses. That measure did not advance. And of course, we will continue to follow this story all day long right here on WCNC and over on WCNC Plus. Some of our first updates on this crash came from over on WCNC Plus. It's the best way to get live breaking updates even when we're not on air. And you never know when we'll break in with new developments. It's free to download on your TV.